Hello, I thought I'd make a video about the preset that I make here, and I'm not gonna try to be all YouTube and stuff. But if you want, subscribe or whatever, I don't really care. Anyway, this is a profile that I try to do to capture the vibe of the Gallien Krueger era of Iron Maiden, which is basically the albums Somewhere in Time and Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. And I know they use Gallien Krueger 250 ml in the recording session, and they had another unit, I think, for a tour. That unit wasn't in the Helix here, so I tried to replicate it using a cartographer, and also the what brings that vibe to it is the Poly G tune here that I used, and I think this is kind of a similar setup to what the Gallien Krueger has. It has the D-tune or chorus going on before the speaker, obviously, and I've just found it more convincing sound-wise to have it there. So I'm just going to show you some of the snapshots I made here, and this volume block here is not in my preset really. I just took it because I'm having another guitar right now that has slightly lower outputs on the pickups, so I just adjusted it a little bit here by adding a little bit of gain at the input. So I'm going to show you here. If I take a rhythm sound, for example. I kind of I like it. It's not really getting there perfectly, but I think it captures the feel of it that I want. And that was a rhythm tone, and the thing I liked about the cartographer amp is that if I change to a clean snapshot, I don't have to change amp or anything. I just turn the drive down a lot, and then I just add some volume after the amp to compensate, because it goes kind of low. Then I could just switch the level of detuning going on to put a suitable amount of it. So let's check the cleaner. And then I also did another clean snapshot that I called Trippy Clean, and this one has a lot of detuning going on, and also an auto swell to make this trippy kind of clean. I can show you. It has a strange vibe to it, and I can also mention that this is just a kind of loose interpretation of the tone. I'm not necessarily trying to replicate it exactly the way Iron Maiden sounds, but let's just go through the other snapshots. There's a lead tone, and this is very similar to a rhythm. I just changed the attack on the drive a little bit. I know Iron Maiden didn't use the Horizon drive, it wasn't there back then, but I like the response of the Horizon drive, so I just used it anyway. And I'll say the main difference of this one is just the amount of delay and reverb, but some slight changes in distortion pedal. Then I also have a solo snapshot, which is even more delay and reverb. haven't practiced the solo, but it's supposed to capture that kind of really reverby solo sound. And I also did this one I call -12 solo. It has the solo preset, but it adds a lower octave to the sound. So this is supposed to interpret the like Moonchild chorus. Yeah, you get the idea. And I thought I tried also experimenting adding the higher octave and playing the lower one instead, but it just sounded more convincing to use the lower octave instead. And also in The Evil That Men Do. So that's the... Maybe I used the octave in more places, but I found it pretty suitable for these two parts. And what else? Yeah, I forgot to mention also, I used a stock cab that I found suitable, because I have a bunch of impulse responses that I don't really... Well, they sound good, but for this tone, I found someone, but they were kind of too tight, and I wanted to add something that just felt right in another way. And when I tweaked everything to my liking, I just took the F6 dynamic EQ in Cubase and tried to filter out some frequencies that I thought just brought some harshness and things I really didn't like. And then I just applied those settings to a stereo EQ block that you can see here. Right, 2 more snapshots to check out. And I think another very iconic sound from this era of Iron Maiden is the Caught Somewhere in Time intro. And here's a special snapshot that I did for that one. And here I use the expression pedal. So all the other snapshots, they use expression pedal 2 as standard. Well, this is expression 1. And what this does is that the level of voice 1 is, you see it moving. And what this allows you to do is to start off the intro like I do. And then with the pedal, I add the higher harmony. I like that one, I'm not gonna lie. So that's a pretty nice feature, I think. And yeah, all the other snapshots, I said, they control the volume with expression 2. Like that. Like the Moonchild intro, you can just... And yeah, it controls the volume both here and also the level on the distortion. I thought it made a more smooth kind of swell when I had both of them. And there's also one final snapshot. It's the Deja Vu, one of my favorite songs from the Somewhere in Time. And on this one, I just put +3 harmony, there it is, in the key of F minor. So otherwise it's pretty much the lead snapshot, but with yeah, the addition of the harmony. So let's check it out. Ah, I love it. Yeah, so that's pretty much this preset. And I mean, if you have any questions or stuff you just write, or any ideas of improvements, because I think this is a very, I mean, I'm not gonna say they are my 2 favorite albums of all time, but I mean, they have had a very big impact on me, and I really like being able to replicate that sound. And yeah, in case you're a sound engineer at Line 6, the Gallien Krueger 250 would it would make me very happy if I could find it in the list here someday. I think that's it for now. I could just, it would be a lot of things to talk about if I went through every little tweak that I made. And maybe I also forgot to mention I added a slight compression here in front of the amp also that I used for the clean snapshots only. So they're added there. And there's the auto swell. So that's pretty much it. Please let me know what you think of this preset, because I think this, I love this sound, and I'd love to improve it and pretty much nail it. And yeah, thank you for watching anyway. Hope you enjoyed the preset, and have a nice day.